Hello, good evening to you and welcome to the business news here on News360. My name is Alfred Okansi. Let's go on to our first story this evening. The construction of Ghana's first supercritical coal-fired plant has been rescheduled to April 2017, 3 months before the commencement of the earlier date. The change in date is to allow the Volta River Authority to resolve all outstanding concerns with stakeholders.
Energy of China, in collaboration with the Volta River Authority, will develop a 2,000 megawatts coal-fired generating unit at Ekumfi in the central region of Ghana. The $1.5 billion first phase of the project will add some 700 megawatts to the national grid in 4 years. The project will help address the domestic power generation shortfall in the near future by improving Ghana's future power balance with annual electricity demand at 7%.
The phase 1 will include coal power plant, a thermal plant, and a coal handling facility, or in short, a port. We are looking at tariff around 11 cents per kilowatt hour. But this is high because some basic infrastructure that we're going to put up will be utilized during the second phase. So with the benefits of economic of scale, the second phase will be a single-digit tariff, which will be very beneficial to all of us.
The VRA assured the project will adopt clean coal technologies to mitigate harmful effects associated with coal power generation.
We have 3 levels of coal production: the subcritical, the supercritical, and ultra supercritical. The key issues on coal production in terms of emissions and air quality production was on the subcritical, what they call production. And subsequently, this new technology is looking at the clean coal technologies associated with the supercritical usage of the technology. And that is what we are adopting on this project to ensure that the pollution measures are mitigated.
The International Monetary Fund has stressed the need for fiscal consolidation measures to continue given the high level of public debt. Now, the IMF team has concluded the review program in Ghana as part of the 3-year IMF economic support.
From the International Monetary Fund, led by Joel Bernant, were in Accra to conduct discussions on the 3rd review of Ghana's financial and economic program supported by the fund. The team expressed satisfaction with the implementation of the program. The country is said to have met the IMF and December 2015 performance criteria, with the exception of a deviation in the wage bill and net domestic assets of the central bank. The team further stated that despite the difficult global environment with lower commodity prices and domestic power shortages, economic growth in 2015 was close to 4%, that's slightly higher than expected. However, worrying was the inflation growth rate, which is influenced by the increase in utility tariffs, energy sector levies and transportation costs.
We have seen very strong progress in 2015. The overall fiscal deficit was brought down from 10.6% of GDP to 6.7% of GDP, which was a better performance than was originally programmed under the initial objectives. So this is a very good start.
Finance Minister Setekpe said government has kept faith with reducing the deficits.
The improvements in the fiscal deficit is something that is welcome. You know where we were from 12% at the time in 2013, nearly to 12% at the time of the launching of the homegrown policy before we went into the the IMF program. So if you consider where we are now, it is improvement. And as Joel mentioned, it has benefits. It has benefits in that you are not in the markets, crowding out and financing a large deficit.
Now, telecommunications giant MTN has been commended by Deputy Communications Minister Tosapon for its immense contribution to the telecommunications industry in Ghana. He said this at an event here in Accra.
In Ghana commenced operations in 1996 with the brand name Spacephone, then changed to Ariba and now MTN Ghana. 20 years on, the mobile network provider has extended services to cover all 10 regions. The company has an employment base of over 2,000, with 99% being Ghanaian natives. And it also provides about 500,000 indirect jobs. MTN is the forerunner of the mobile money service, which it launched in Ghana in the year 2009. Currently, it has also dedicated to its corporate social responsibility through the MTN Foundation. Deputy Minister of Communication, Ato Sarpong, said government seeks to provide a more enabling environment for telecommunications sector to operate.
Tariffs will continue to drop. We want tariffs to drop because as government, we want everybody anywhere to be able to access mobile services. And we want to do whatever we can to ensure that tariffs come to reasonable level, that the average Ghanaian on the street will no longer be flashing, but they will now be what? Calling.
The 20th anniversary launch celebrated MTN's past achievements and future plans, including the MTN 4G network launch. The MTN 4G network allows all MTN subscribers who own 4G-enabled devices get access to the MTN 4G superfast speeds. It is yet to launch the nationwide program by the middle of 2016. Chief Executive Officer of MTN Ghana, Ebenezer Chumasanti, said it would continue to provide its clients with unmatched customer experience by identifying its needs and presenting innovative technologies and services to solve it.
We have grown in every aspect of the business, the market in which we operate, our customer base, our network, and the technology that supports it. This year alone, including the investments in 4G license and rollout, we are investing a total of $163.5 million in the network.
Years of good times everywhere empty.
The Vice President Park Miss Arthur has lauded the Chinese government for its immense support and contribution to the development of information communications technology in Ghana. He was of the view that ICT will be useful for the next development phase of the country.
Huawei, one of China's leading brands that provides ICT solutions and support systems across the globe, has inaugurated an office building in Ghana. It promised to continue providing ICT innovation solutions to government and businesses in West Africa. The company aims at increasing the provision of diverse ICT solution services and innovations that will meet the demand of businesses in the current competitive technology dispensation. Rotation CEO of Huawei Technologies Gongping assured that his outfit will be using the global technology innovation capabilities to benefit government, customers and industry companies.
As a responsible corporate citizen, Huawei looks forward to help build a deep, broad pool of ICT talent. Our goal is to enrich people's lives by helping to address the health, welfare and educational needs for Ghanaian communities.
Vice President Kwesi Mr. Atta reiterated the youth must be encouraged to build capacity in ICT, pivotal to holistic development.
Encourage this because we have to equip our future leaders with the relevant skills to be able to take full advantage of the enormous opportunities that the ICT provide. Government of Ghana considers successful relationship and technology transfer that Huawei has brought with the investment into this country. It's my wish that other companies will follow suit and locate their regional offices here to take full advantage of the peace and security that Ghana is able to afford.
Board Chairman of the National Communications Authority, Eugene Bafuboni, stated the NCA is confident the move will increase Huawei's involvement in the telecom sector to improve service delivery. Chinese Ambassador to Ghana Sum Guanhong urged government to provide facilities that will encourage bilateral business partnerships.
Let's stay in the communications industry, and Airtel Ghana has launched its new service called the Airtel Money Bosia. Now, the service allows mobile money account holders to borrow money when they run out of money in their mobile accounts.
The Airtel Money Bosia is literally translated as Airtel Money Loan. Airtel Money Bosia has been made for Airtel Money customers to access quick loans during emergency situations when they run out of cash in their wallet while making a payment. Customers can access up to 200 cedis loan depending on how regular one uses the Airtel Money account. One can dial *500# and follow the command to borrow the required amount, which will be deposited immediately into the wallet. Payment of the loan is made within 30 days of borrowing at a fee. Marketing Director for Airtel Ghana, Rose Finn, explained customers can access the loan after at least 90 days of opening Airtel Money account.
There are a number of people who do not have access to a bank and do not feel comfortable going into a financial institution or into banking halls. And we do not want to eliminate these people from having access to financial services. And so this is one great way through Airtel Money where you can stay in the comfort of your home, sit down, relax, and have access to a loan when you desperately need it. You don't need to have any money in your account to borrow. That's the beauty of this. What it's based on is your usage of Airtel Money over a period of time. So the more you use Airtel Money, the longer you are on the Airtel network, the more you can borrow through Airtel Money Bosia.
The Airtel Money Bosia service is in partnership with Fidelity Bank, who would provide the money. The Director for Inclusive Banking and CSR, Dr. William Durbin, assured the service has utmost security for users.
The system also goes through this algorithm that I said. So it checks people using multiple numbers, people opening multiple Airtel Money accounts. Because if you open multiple Airtel accounts to try and access the service, you have to operate all of them for 90 days, which doesn't make sense. So I think in the team that built it, they've looked at all these things to make sure that it's solid.
The Airtel Money Bosia innovation is available to complement the existing Airtel Jara and Touch and Pay services.
Okay, let's run into the commodities market and find out how the commodities are faring as we speak at the moment. You look at the price changes. An ounce of gold now 1,276 there. I'll run through it quickly with cocoa as well, 3,070. We should be happy because it's rising for us as a country, growing cocoa. For cotton, 60.64. There's a price drop of about 4.3% there. Now with coffee as well, 126.45 is what is selling on the world market, with a lot of activity that's going on with respect to the crude oil on the world market. Oil prices jumped today with the benchmark settling at a new high for this year in 2016, specifically about 47.26%. That's about 3.8 increase. That showed a surprise, rise, because a lot of speculations did not expect this. It's very critical and very typical for this particular year because a lot of refineries are wrapping up and doing some form of maintenance. So this is what's expected during this particular time of the year with oil on the world market specifically. But that's it for business.